Welcome to LucyTWWE, my weekly review show where I bestow upon you all of my undefeated opinions on all things WWE. I'm Lucy T. Welcome to the Luso Penitentiary. Here are the top 5 happenings in the WWE this WWE week. Tell 'em, Luce. Number 1, so many Elimination Chamber updates. Okay, so this week on Raw was basically just an entire show dedicated to buttoning up all of their loose ends for February 25th pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber. So far, we have John Cena, Elias, Braun Strowman, and this week we also now have Roman Reigns joining Elimination Chamber. Very glad actually that Roman Reigns was victorious in his qualifying match against Bray Wyatt because Wyatt belongs with Matt Hardy. Yes! I'm hoping that Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy at least have a match in Elimination Chamber because, let's face it, that Raw 25 match was kind of shit. Also, thankfully, The Miz beat out Apollo Crews. Apollo lose. Seriously, he is the most boring character since Maven for the next spot in the Elimination Chamber. And Elias earned the spot to enter the match last. Very excited about this because I did not want Braun to enter last because the sooner he enters, the more destruction he can cause. So in terms of the Women's Elimination Chamber match, we have Bayley, Sasha Banks, both Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville of Absolution, and Mickie James facing off all against Alexa Bliss with her title on the line. Alexa Bliss did have a point when she was talking to Kurt Angle this week though. Why isn't Brock Lesnar's Universal title on the line? Yet hers is on the line. Furthermore, especially for the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber, why are the women just announced to all be in it, yet the men get like an entire show and tournament essentially to determine who's gonna enter for the men? I'm guessing Brock's title is not on the line because he's a shit champion and he is literally killing the Universal title. Give it back to Ben. Speaking of Alexa though, is she like about to do a little babyface turn? Because now if you remember, she is the one who brought back Mickie James and she also saved her this week. We will also see Asuka and Nia Jax go one-on-one at Elimination Chamber, and this is where it gets convoluted AF. If Nia wins, she will then be added to Asuka's, according to Nia, the Empress of yesterday, title match at WrestleMania, making it a triple threat. The reason I don't love this new stipulation is that Nia does not need a third wheel on any match. And this would only be interesting if Alexa Bliss is still the champion because they're like BFF. Number 2, lots of interruptions this week. In terms of Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, I do not know what is wrong with the WWE and why they keep teasing us and torturing us re the Shield. Dean is still injured and clearly enjoying vacay too much. And Rowan still kind of sucks. Because of Blaine Bordom's injury, Seth Rollins paired up with former Shield member Roman Reigns. Yet, Kurt Angle's son ruined the match anyway and cost them the titles. Got them DQ'd and the bar legged it with the titles. Kind of reminded me though of how Ellsworth was literally Dean's pet when he came on the scene and then he started like ruining all of Dean's matches. I just think Seth Rollins is so talented on his own. He does not need to just be thrown into any random tag team with Jason Jordan, no less. And if you're gonna put him with Roman Reigns to try to like titillate us with another Shield reunion and get people more on Roman's side, then just do it and stick with it, man. Or team him up with Ellsworth. At least he was entertaining. So Bobby Roode is celebrating retaining his US title against Rusev, and Randy Orton comes out of nowhere and RKO's the 3 of them. Well, Bobby's was out of nowhere, but I think Rusev and Aiden English probably saw those coming. Also, where is Dolph? I'd really like to see him come back and get involved with all of this US title stuff. Just as I was liking him again. Poof, boom, vanished. He has been on Fox Nation's The Kennedy Show a few times the past couple of weeks, so maybe he's got a new career? But I digress. It could also be really fun to see Randy Orton go after the US title, since apart from the Universal title, it's the only one he has yet to hold. Number 3, the Cammy saga continues yet again. So this week on SmackDown, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn finally faced off best friend to best friend for the number 1 contendership to face AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at the upcoming SmackDown pay-per-view Fastlane. Now we all know to just wait and see how they're gonna cheat, and they delivered. My favorite part of the match though was definitely when Sami Zayn started trash talking to AJ Styles, who was sitting at the commentator's table, and AJ was just like, "Finish your match, man, finish your match." Nailed it. So Sami Zayn won by disqualification because of the punches they threw at the commentator's table. Daniel Bryan comes on out and decides to make the Fastlane match now a triple threat with AJ Styles against Sami Zayn against Kevin Owens. And my first reaction is like, oh, come on, this is already kind of a thing. But I think that this is also going to propel the tensions that we already saw at the top of SmackDown Live between Kamish and GM. WrestleMania, anyone? Number 4, SmackDown's top 10 list. Okay, I still don't understand this. Is there a prize? Is there a title match opportunity? This was really just sprung onto the WWE universe, and I don't know about you, but I'm like, what the fuck? Seems very forced to me. Don't worry, I won't be talking about this every single week, but since this was the first week it was exercised, we gotta chat about it. Maybe it can evolve into the WWE universe voting to see who does get a title match. Okay, so no, it's actually just for Shane and Daniel Bryan to determine how they set up their matches, yet it's all voted on by the other superstars on Team Blue. Here's a rundown for you all of the top 10 superstars this week. Number 10 was Ty Dillinger. Shocker. That man will always be number 10 in everything he does. And this is kind of a giveaway that it's actually at work and not real voting. Randy Orton was number 9. Becky Lynch was number 8. The Usos were number 7. New Day was number 6. Bobby Roode was number 5. Naomi was number 4. Nakamura was number 3. Charlotte Flair was number 2. Ooh. And AJ Styles was number 1 because it's the house that he built, so it makes sense. Where is Rhonda? Rhonda, where you at? Hashtag Brock sketch. Number 5. The Mixed Match Challenge this week had husband and wife pair Naomi and Jimmy Uso against Goldust and Absolution's very own Mandy Rose. And Daniel Bryan won the votes for guest referee. Did not disappoint, guys, and I have to say, I am not alone, I don't think, in liking these mixed matches. Reading through the comments of the video, like, it is so much fun to watch. There were a few moments where I got a little creeped out when Goldust tried to keep up with the levels of physical affection husband and wife Jimmy and Naomi were showing each other on the other side of the ring and almost tried to kiss Mandy Rose. But I guess that's just what the director of Shattered Dreams does. We also got to see Lana and Rusev comment even more as they will be facing Bayley and Elias next week. So I'm hoping that Rusev and Lana win so that we can see husband and wife versus husband and wife, Jimmy and Naomi, against Lana and Rusev in the next round of the Mixed Match Challenge. Also, don't forget to check out my interview I did with Lana and Natty right here on LucyTWWE. Sign of the week. Where's Dean? He's right here clearly like enjoying vacay. Who won this week? I have to say SmackDown definitely won this week because there were more storyline advances and pushes, and Raw was really just like a checklist. And you can never beat an RKO out of nowhere, especially on Rusev Day. That's all the time we have for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter for even more updates.